Okay, so I walked into Beaver today, and Wayne, one of the Beaver boys behind the desk, said, hey, we got some new props. Want to try them? And of course, I was like, well, I really like my DALs, but of course I do. So, let's get these things installed and give them a shot. They are the new Cyclone 5050s, so there they are. Nice shiny new props. See how these things do. It's always nice that they have the little directional arrows on them. I mean, without that, you'd never know which way to install these bloody things. Alright, let's give her a flight. Okay, so for this first part, I'm just kind of toying around, getting used to the props. You'll notice that right off the hop, though, my tune is way too high for these. I'm going to have to really bring down my D and my P. Other than that, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, though. I knew that my settings were a little bit high to begin with, but these things make a wicked noise. I also found them to be a little underwhelming on the punch-out, but I mean, that's okay. This is, if you're going to run a prop like this anyway, you're not really looking as much for that instantaneous shot. You're not going to go real fast with these. But where they are really going to help is when you want to get into close spaces, you want to be a little bit more tame on them. So let's play around here a bit more, and then I'm going to bring her down, and I'm going to drop my tune a little bit. I've dropped my D down quite a bit. I still need a bit more tuning, but it's quite a bit better. And now I figured I actually want to play around with some things. So just head over to the trees, and I'm just going to mess around with these for a while and just get a good feel for it. Yes, I do see that power line, and I do end up hitting it eventually. Here, let me show you. See, something that a lot of new pilots tend to do is they tend to try to kind of get like the best of the best. I mean, being able to fly these things does have its bragging rights, but I mean, a lot of people, they'll go out and buy these high-profile props. They want really high KV motors, and at the end of the day, they say, oh, you know, look how fast this thing is, except for, I mean, they're having a really hard time controlling it, and that's mostly because that they're too over-propped for the way that they, well, especially for learning. Honestly, these props are probably really good for higher KV motors. I'm cruising around right now on 2300s, so... And I mean, I like heavier props anyway, just because I like to fly in and around objects, and I don't want to be taken out every time I nick a branch. So, but if you're going to run a higher KV motor, a prop like this would be great. It does have a 5-inch profile, so it basically moves 5 inches. Well, it's supposed to move in a perfect situation, 5 inches of air per rotation, but they're not bad. And they are durable. They do fit that whole DAL toughness. So I think I will definitely be buying quite a few of these. So, but yeah, you're gonna want to set one of your profiles just for this prop. I mean, I can usually switch between like a tri-blade and a quad blade without very little tuning issues. In fact, I find if I tune for like a 4-blade that I can go, or a 3-blade, I can go to a 4-blade no problem. But yeah, going down to this 2-blade is a little rough. Now, most of the time, I'm hitting probably about 60% throttle. I get those when I go to pull out of a out of a dive, dropping through there. Um, I'm not it. They sound like I'm hitting the throttle pretty high, but usually I'd say I'm maxing out around 60-70% throttle at the most. Oh, saved it on that one. So yeah, now I'm really getting used to these props. I can feel how they handle. I probably should be tuning a bit more into all of this, but I'm having way too much fun flying. So, but yeah, so now I'm looking around for gaps to shoot, things to kind of fly through, seeing how close I can get to objects. Well, there's a good example. And so yeah, just having a lot of fun with these. And yes, those missing shingles, I have notified the owner of that house that he is in fact missing shingles, which is probably not worked out so great for me, because now I gotta help him fix his roof. And this little girl is Haley and her mom Ashley. They are the daughter and wife of my good friend and fellow pilot Brad. Um, this little girl's actually been really great. An example right here is she's any any one of us. There's about three of us, four of us that show up with drones, and she knows what drone belongs to what person. I mean, I actually went over once, and she was bringing back a drone, and I tried to get her to give it to me, but it ended up belonging to my friend Josh. And yeah, nope, there was no way that was going to happen. This is Josh's drone, and he's going to get it. So, but yeah, she'll be flying probably soon enough. So, but yeah, so.
You don't. Ah! You got drone. Oh, Matt drone. Oh, Matt drone. Matt drone. Matt drone.
He knows all of our drones. Josh's drone, Dad's drone.
Matt's drone.
Matt's drone.
Drone. Where's Tori's drone?
He needs a drone.
Where's Tori's drone?
I don't know. I saw.
I think that one's mine.
Don't tell her that.